Some of you will have seen this car before, but for those of you who haven't, allow me to explain what it is. 2 years ago I woke up one day with an unquenchable urge to create my perfect Porsche 911. A strange affliction to wake up with, I know, but I needed to do something about it. So I did. Not being able to work a screwdriver myself, I phoned a mate called Richard Tuthill, who makes the best classic 911 rally cars in the known universe. And we set about creating what you can see now. It doesn't really have a name. Well, sometimes it's called Kermit, and in darker moments it might have been referred to as the Green Shitter, but in reality, it's just my perfect sports car, and I absolutely love it. The basic idea of the car was to take an old 911 shell, keep its small dimensions, low mass and pretty shape, and bring the engine and chassis up to modern levels of performance. That meant starting with a full rally shell to give the strongest base for the suspension, and it means that this car's shell is much stiffer and less twistable than a brand new 997, which is pretty cool. Then we got completely carried away with the engine spec, and I stomped my feet like a child until Richard found a later G50 gearbox and altered the rear torsion tubes to make it fit. Oh, and the engine is 3.4 litres of hand-built sexiness, and it has about 320 horsepower, and the car weighs under 1,000 kilograms. And when we drove it side by side with my then new BMW M3, the Porsche was quicker. The chassis is probably the trickiest bit of all on this car. I didn't just want an RS replica, so we went for the look of an ST, which for those of you less geeky than me on the subject of old 911s, is a car from 1971 with wider arches than an RS and no ducktail spoiler. So we have 8 and 9 inch wheels. The 9s are rare and stupidly expensive, but they do look the business. And that also means we have more mechanical grip and a wider track, and we needed some trick dampers to deal with that. The internals of the ones fitted to this car are very similar to the stuff fitted to Sebastian Loeb's rally car. They're built by a company called XTC, and Graham, who runs the joint, is to dampers what Gordon Ramsay is to roast lamb. They cost a horrendous amount of money, but are well worth it. The thing I've loved most about this project is the ability to start from scratch and do exactly what I wanted to do. Things like a plain interior with hand-stitched leather and Alcantara, this gorgeous Becker Mexico retro hi-fi, and a set of perfect Recaros. And now it's finished, and I've got to sell it to buy food and other boring things. It's the most desirable car I've ever driven, but then I couldn't be more biased, could I? But looking at it now, I'm tempted to let the family go hungry for a bit.